Hi, fourth grade families. It's so good to see you again. This is Mr. Rodrigo again. I'm sorry that we haven't had a video in the last couple of weeks. The reason for that is our schedule has been a little bit different from what we're used to, but also because we've been focused on a very small unit conversion unit that has been used mostly to cement the work that we've been doing in the previous unit. But we're starting a new unit on Friday that has to do with multiplication, division, area, and perimeter. So it will be really important for all of us to work together. So our videos will be will come more often, ideally once a week, with the work that we will be doing during the week. This is Nala, by the way. she's my work buddy. Okay, so this week we had ANET on Monday and Tuesday. That will give us a lot of really good data about our students, how we're doing, especially in preparation for the PARCC assessments that happen in the spring. Then we have PLT on Wednesday. On Thursday, we will have our end of module assessment for the unit conversion unit. Like I said, it's a very short unit. Only a couple of standards go in that assessment. But then on Friday, we start our perimeter and area unit. There are two main misconceptions that we're going to be dealing with. The first one is linear units versus square units, and the second one is perimeter versus area. These four concepts are difficult for students to distinguish, so I really predict that a lot of them will be confused. Let's talk about the first one first. Linear units versus square units, and they're actually related to the four of them are actually related. Linear units are the ones that refer to basically distances from one place to another, or one point to another point, right? So the distance from here, from my house to Dunbar, or from school, from Mundo Verde to Dunbar. Those can be it's basically a line that determines the distance, right? So the units that we use, such as kilometers, meters, centimeters, etc., they are linear units. And they distinguish themselves from square units, which is a measure of area, right? So for example, in this paper right here, the perimeter will be right here, will be all these that is being pointed out by my finger. It's just the edge, it's a straight line in this case. And the area, which will be measured in square units, would be this whole area right here, right? So square centimeters, square meters, square kilometers, those are square units. So they're very related to the idea of perimeter versus area. Again, these concepts are a little bit confusing for students, so it will take some repetition, a lot of explaining for students to understand it. That's why I'm giving you a heads up. You may face that in the homework as you're working with your student. Okay, so let's look at some of the work that we will do. On Friday, after talking a little bit with our students, we will be discussing the formulas for perimeter and area. This is where we will arrive to. Perimeter equals 2 times length plus width. Area equals length times width. All of these, of course, related to rectangles. It is not imperative that students are fluent in using the formula on Friday. It is important, however, that they understand the concept of perimeter and area, which they started studying last year, but that may be a little bit rusty, and that they start connecting it to the formulas. We will continue using the formulas for the next couple of weeks, so they will get more chances to practice with them. But it is very important that they definitely have a very clear sense of the distinction between perimeter and area. So let's see a basic exercise. We have a rectangle that has a length of 7 centimeters and a width of 3 centimeters. So the basic idea using the formulas is that to find the area, we do 7 centimeters times 3 centimeters, which gives us 21 square centimeters. That is the result. Let's highlight the idea of the square unit as a result, even though the two factors are two linear numbers, 7 centimeters and 3 centimeters. And finally, for the perimeter, applying the formula, which will be 2 times 7 centimeters plus 3 centimeters equals 20 centimeters. So that will be our second exercise for the perimeter, right? Again, it's not important that you're using the formula. It is important, however, that the students have a good sense of what the perimeter is. You can also say simply 3 plus 7 plus 3 plus 7. That would be the perimeter. The area is simply 7 times 3. Or if it can also be shown with the 3 here and the 7 here, right? But again, we'll get there with the formulas. It may take a little bit of time for students to get used to using that formula to find an answer. Lastly, I want to talk about one of the harder exercises that we will find in our homework. It will be these type of exercises in which students will be given a rectangle, and they have the area. The area is given as well as the perimeter, and they have to find the length and the width. Since we have gone through, most of us have gone through algebra classes, and we're able to, where our instinct goes straight to basically preparing an equation and try to find the answer, right? However, that is not really the point of students going through these exercises. These exercises are a great opportunity for students to practice the idea, or to start practicing with the idea of factors and multiples. So in this case, the solution could be found by making a table with width and length. So let's think about what are the possibilities for width and length. For 32 square centimeters, it would be the width could be 2 and the length could be 16. So 16 times 2 gives me 32. However, that doesn't work because the perimeter wouldn't work, right? So students will have to check for the perimeter. Our next guess could be 4 times 8. And in that case, it will work. So let's check. 8 times 4, we know that is 32. Let's check for the perimeter now. Since we have to get to 24 centimeters. So it will be 2 times 4 plus 8, which is 24 centimeters. So applying the formula, we find very quickly that it fits. And we know 8 times 4 is 32, so the area also fits. So this would be the correct answer. 4 centimeters and 8 centimeters. Okay, that is all for today. I will be trying to record another video over the weekend in preparation for next week. Again, I really ask for your support for the coming weeks, coming months, really. This is a very crucial unit in 4th grade that really will determine how students will feel about math this year, at least for the first half. So any questions that you have, please reach out. I'm here to help. Thank you. Have a good week.